This is Sway.
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 In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Shake your body.
Wake your fuck ass up.
You know, that was a clip from a new program called The Tomorrow Show. And it's being hosted by, in my opinion, Heather B., one of the greatest visionaries I've had the chance to meet in recent years. A guy who started with nothing, who had C- talent in school.
Damn, C-.
C-.
C- talent in school.
Wait, did you guys have better than C-?
Yeah.
Did you really?
Unfortunately.
Listen, it's not unfortunate.
Yeah, look where it's brought you, you know?
Right?
Yeah,
you did okay.
You're on the biggest platform in the world right now, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and this guy also, he's been responsible for our good friend Maria Menounos' career. You know, he's done so much. New York Times bestsellers. He's written programs. He's created AfterBuzz TV. Can you explain AfterBuzz TV?
So AfterBuzz TV is an online broadcast network that produces after shows for all your favorite TV shows. And we did 1 billion downloads last year.
Sheesh.
And we produced, over 100 hours of original content per week. So
per week.
6 working studios, over 200 hosts, and we're really proud of it.
Okay, the one and only Keven Undergaro is here.
Thank you.
Kev?
Hi, guys.
Kev, how you doing? See, Kev came up with Maria last time. That was actually Chasing Maria, what we were listening to earlier. And a lot of times you see folks up front, but you never know who's that person behind those people, right? That actually makes the stars become the stars. And now you're up front.
Yeah, it's after all these years, 18 years sitting in the background, and by choice, and I enjoy being in the background because what you and Maria do, I could never do. I don't know how you guys do it, to be honest. You don't have your privacy anymore. You go out, you recognize everyone's asking you for something, and I never wanted that life, but at the same time, I've just gotten a little bit bored.
Yeah.
The last year or two, and I said, God, Maria, what's next? And she joked and said, okay, well, are you going to go get a 22-year-old mistress? Is that it, Kev, with you're having this midlife crisis?
Yeah.
And
you should have just jumped in and said yes.
I did.
Okay.
And then you know what she did?
What she do?
She just laughed in my face. She's like, no 22-year-old wants to go with you, Kevin. I go, yeah, you're right. So we took, she shot me right.
But she was 19 when you guys started hooking up.
Yeah,
right?
Back in the day. That was 18 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
no, my game's gone now.
Yeah?
That was, long retired.
No.
Yeah, no, nothing left. No, there's nothing left in the tank, unfortunately. But, we all like to think, that we could. But anyway, so I said, okay, Maria, so why don't I start a band out of the garage? I'll be that guy. And she was like, no, that's not going to work. And so I said, all right, well, why don't we have all these studios. Why don't we do podcasts a couple nights a week?
Yeah.
And so we came up with The Tomorrow Show. So it's basically I'm a celebrity boyfriend's midlife crisis, and all my co-hosts wear Star Trek costumes.
Wow. So what you guys like? Are you Trekkies or are you just nerds?
You know what? I just wanted to see them all in Star Trek costumes, basically. They all look great in them. I look fantastic in my Kirk outfit.
You going with Kirk?
Yeah, it's like
William Shatner.
And then we've got outside of the studio, I took this 20-year-old van that I've had forever. It's like got me through every production, everything that we've ever done out in L.A., and it's on its last legs, but I went and put in some shag rugs, some beanbag chairs, some lava lamps. That's my green room.
That's your green room. See, one of the things, because Kev came in here and he just started immediately changing our lights and
got
the
production
angles.
mode.
He started producing, and even when we were on air, he was still putting the light on Heather B. But there's a niche to this. This isn't something like, there's certain things you can do to make things greater, right? When you're producing shows.
I like to think so.
Yeah.
I think I'm a big champion of talent. And back in the day, I did come up hard. I worked in the carnival business for 10 years with heroin addicts and freaks and cons and, just terrible world. But I did that so my winters I could come to LA to break into writing. Eventually I became head writer at MTV. Was nominated for an Emmy. Had a really good career. Then things went south for me. I put all my money into a film, and it was like bankruptcy, and I was out of the business, practically homeless. And that's, where Maria and I met.
Wow.
And I just said, Maria, if you want to be on camera, she's like, this is really, I said, okay, please just listen to everything that I say because I'm all in with you. But the one thing I'm going to make sure of is what happened to me will never happen to you. And that's why I work so hard behind the scenes for Maria. But then also anyone that I'm friends with or anyone I know who has talent, like even with you. And that's why I've reached out to your producers. We've talked over the last couple of years because just anyone who has talent, I just want to see them get all the way with it and get as much out of the business as they can. So any one of you guys, when you want to walk away, you can walk. It's on it's your choice, not the industry pushing you out. I hate that. And so with Maria, I fight so hard. I have. And again, I feel like I've done my bit for God and country. She's good now. Yeah. But all you guys, I'm older. I see what happened to me in the business, and I also see the way where the business is going now. Yeah. Like the money's gone. No one under 30 owns a TV, right? And then no one under 30 pays for anything. If you ask any of them, do you guys have direct? I ask any of the kids, my 200 kids who work for me, do you have direct TV? Do you have Sirius? Do you have Netflix? Nope. But then ask them if they've. I listen to Sway. Okay, I've watched Orange is the New Black. Okay, they've seen everything, and then my 75-year-old mother won't sit through a commercial. Yeah. So where is this going, guys?
Where is this going?
So we all have to just work so much harder now, even harder than it was before, to stay ahead of the curve. And when you have something like you, Maria, where you're already famous, and you have a brand and you have a following, that's so precious because other people can't get that.
Can't get that
so
anymore.
Then we have to parlay. We got to keep shoveling coal under the fire. Yeah. When Steve Harvey, when he had the debacle with Miss Universe, Maria, she loves Steve, and she's like, "Oh my God!" She's like so upset. I go, "What are you talking about? This is the best thing that ever happened. This is phenomenal."
Yes.
And he knew how to parlay it, and but it's like, that's what you have to do.
You got to do everything, right? Keven Undergaro is here with us. The Tomorrow Show. Now, this is airing when?
It's Mondays and Thursdays, 7 to 9 Pacific, 10 to midnight Eastern. But then we're available on iTunes and at thetomorrowshow.com. It's just a couple hours a week. I'll talk a little, just like I did now, I'll talk a little bit about the industry. I'll complain about Maria. I'll probably shit talk some of her celebrity friends who come to our house and treat me like crap.
But just for the record, because I know you'll be honest about it,
I will.
That buttocks is real, right, Maria's?
Oh, hell yes. Why? Did you ever think there was injections there?
Man, she got a nice one. No disrespect.
I think the best one. But disrespect? I'm like, why would anyone take that as disrespect? Right. There's no greater compliment.
Okay.
I've had, even when guys lust after her today, I'm patting myself on the back. I did it, man.
Yeah, you won.
Yeah. Like, hell yeah. Marlon Wayans said, Maria told me just a couple of days ago, Marlon walked by her on the red carpet, and they're friends. And he calls her Bubble Girl or something like that. But he stopped and he goes, "You have no idea how much fun I would have with that." And he pointed to her ass.
Oh my!
He goes, "You have no idea."
And you laughed at all.
Like, why wouldn't I?
He high-fives.
Well, by the way, listen. Here's where you don't laugh it off. Okay. It's when the guys who will come up and be nice to me or shake my hand or won't do that, but then they're hitting her up. And like legit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So let's get together.
Yeah, that's behind. Yeah.
Yeah. If someone goes up and flirts, no, come on.
So just like hypothetically, if I went, Kev, Maria's looking great. I'd love to sleep my face in between that ass.
And I would say, Sway, why wouldn't you?
Oh my man.
What would be? There'd be something wrong with you.
Oh man.
Well, or by the way, or if you didn't, then I'd be insecure. Like, well, maybe I do got to trade up.
I guess.
No, but wait. Tell me where I'm crazy. Am I nuts?
No. You're secure.
Exactly.
That's all it is.
And you understand the common interests you have.
I mean, we're guys. Like, we just love you guys. We appreciate that stuff.
Yeah.
It's like,
look, but don't touch though. If someone touches her inappropriately,
that's different, of course. Well, it's a violation. That's different. But one of the greatest things can happen to anybody in life is, as I always say, is have a dumpster full of bricks fall on your body. So when I lost everything, when I told you when I lost my film and I lost everything,
right?
It was like, man, I got such a clear perspective on life. Because before then I was that guy. I was jealous, I was petty, I was insecure and all that. And then I swear to God, when that happened to me and I came out of that, I'm like, you know what?
Wow.
None of this matters.
It
doesn't matter.
You know what? This is great, man. And I'm glad about your transparency. And I always want to say that to you. I think Maria is extremely talented, though. She is. I don't want her ass to overshadow her talent.
No. Well, that's what makes her deadly.
Yeah.
Is because she's got the ass.
Yeah.
But then she has the talent. And like I'll say all the time, it's like, you've got it's not just because she's my girlfriend, because I'm critical of Maria where I need to be talent-wise, maybe too much, but you have someone who is as beautiful, if not more beautiful than the stars, on the red carpet, but is still girl next door and is fun and playful. How do you not work with that as a producer? How do you not
work that at all?
Exactly.
Okay, my man, we're going to stop. I want to become sexist. You know, I got a lot of women tell me they like my ass too.
No.
All right, so I get
No,
it.
Sway, by the way, you. I don't worry about you.
Yeah, okay, great, good.
I don't
man.
worry about
I thought you
you.
was going to say I got a nice ass. I was
Right.
gonna say,
I can't see. You're all covered up.
okay, great, good. I'm going to sit down. All right, but Kev, we want to get your input on some of these Celebrity Wire stories we have.
Let's go.
Up next.
Yeah, Cuba Gooding Jr., man, he was partying in Miami nightclubs, and folks said he looked a hot mess.
Shade 4-5. All right, we got the host of the Tomorrow Show, which is airing Mondays through Thursdays. You can actually go to iTunes, right?
You can go to iTunes and find it. You can go to thetomorrowshow.com or at Undergaro to get all the information you need.
Keven Undergaro is here.
Thank you.
This dude got an insight to Hollywood like nobody knows.
He does, man. I appreciate it.
So, Tracy, whatever story you got, he's going to give you the scoop.
Okay, man, because we need some help with some things. First up, the tangled tale that is Kesha versus Dr. Luke. You know, Kesha.
Oh, yeah.
She's maintaining that Dr. Luke, mega producer, drugged and raped her. She said this happened shortly after her 18th birthday. She also said this man was bullying her into losing weight, called a refrigerator at some points. And so she has this lawsuit because she's trying to get out the contract with Sony. Dr. Luke, on the other end, he vigorously denies that any of this happened. He says that she's just trying to defame his character so she can get out of this contract early. Now, let me tell you this. Kelly Clarkson comes into the picture.
Oh.
And Dr. Luke cannot expect her to be any form of a character reference because she is slamming him. Now, although she says she was not drugged or raped by him, she says that she was blackmailed into working with him. She did an interview. That's where she said this. Now, speaking of the work, just to give you guys some background, they worked together on Since You've Been Gone. That was 2004. Behind These Hazel Eyes. That was 2005. Humongous hits. However, she says, quote, he's difficult to work with. He's kind of demeaning. Unfortunately, when you have that poor character that so many artists don't like you, that's not normal. Obviously, he's a talented dude, but he's lied a lot. Musically, it's been really hard for me because he will just lie to people and it makes the artist look bad.
Do you think this statement by Kelly Clarkson strengthens Kesha's case at all?
Yes, it absolutely does.
Okay.
And I think none of us know what really happened, but I will say being with, Maria for 19 years, being with someone famous and seeing what females go through out there, you guys, it's a lot harder. Sway, it's a lot harder than what you have to deal with. It's tough and you're so scared to fight back. And I think some of this does smell of, I just want to get the fuck out of this deal.
Yeah.
It does. It does smell of that a little bit. But
it's gone too far, though, now.
Yes.
It's in court. It has to run its course.
You got Taylor Swift donating money.
Right, which, it's females are kind of banding together now, finally, after 100 years in Hollywood, which I think is a good thing.
Yeah.
Even if whether she's genuine or not, I think the sentiment is good because I think you women have to support each other more. That's why we kick your ass all the time.
Yeah,
It's
lack
because
of
we have each
camaraderie.
other's backs.
Yeah, we do.
And we flirt with you guys. We do whatever we have to do to divide and conquer you. And, I'm telling you, no, seriously.
No,
and I've
this is
seen
real.
what poor Maria's gone through. And I think of all the news reporters, you guys, now these days who have breast cancer. I don't think it's a coincidence. Amy Roback, Juliana,
They're stressed out.
yes, and
Toxins.
the pressure, and just to come off set and be told you're old or you're this or you're that or you're a little, your weight or it's really rough on the women.
Yeah.
And then they don't have as many roles and as many opportunities. They're not paid. You guys aren't paid as much. I mean, there's just a lot of that goes on.
Right.
But because the artist now is able to have a stronger relationship with their fans and a more direct one, the artists, you guys are getting, thank God, are getting more control.
Right.
So Taylor can raise an army and Kesha can raise an army. And at some point, they're really not going to need Sony.
Yeah.
At some point, I hate to say it, you're not going to need Sirius at some point. God, if we took I could take a camera right now. I'm sorry, guys. And
We gotta change the
in
subject.
1 hour, I could have this thing streaming to 150 countries in an
Say
hour.
word.
Wait, stop it. Listen,
So,
I want to keep you on the show.
sorry.
All right, okay, let's
Sorry
go to the
about
next
that.
topic. Let's go to
Let
the
me
next
help you out
Keven
right
Undergaro.
there.
Get me going.
Kevin. All right. So Kim Kardashian did something out of character. She posted a nude selfie. So she posted a photo of herself completely naked, but Instagram has some standards, so she had to cover up her nipples and her vaginal region. Her caption was, when you're like, I have nothing to wear, LOL. An attempt at some comedy.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, they weren't really buying this. Piers Morgan, he went on Twitter and said, I know the old man's $50 million in debt, Kim, but this is absurd. Want me to buy you some clothes? Bette Midler came out, jumped on Twitter and said, Kim Kardashian tweeted a nude selfie today. If Kim wants us to see a part of her we've never seen, she's going to have to swallow the camera. Kim, yeah.
Wow.
And
What is she-
Undergaro said, "Can we see more pictures of you like this, Kim?" She looked amazing.
But is there ever a possibility of Kardashian public exhaustion of the Kardashians, you think?
I think with anything, it could run its course, sure.
Yeah, but this isn't it. Like, I
Well,
saw the picture and I
No,
didn't think
no,
nothing
we're
of
going
it. I was
strong.
like, oh, yeah.
And remember, we get the two little girls coming up now that are more powerful. And then remember, you're going to have at some point, probably little Mason, the grandchild, will be of age.
And North.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
And
I don't
Saint.
know. I think they're going to be here for a while.
We
Yeah,
got
the-
some generations to
The
go.
Pied Piper line
I mean
is
that.
crazy.
Yeah.
And Chris is so smart.
Mhm.
So no, I think this is it. So just go along.
Just
Yeah.
go along with it? Okay, cool.
And now Kim, since, she has her husband, Kanye, I don't know how much he's been influencing her because she puts out this tweet. Sorry, I'm late to the party, guys. I was busy cashing my $80 million video game check and transferring $53 million into our joint accounts.
I guess he's out of debt.
And she also got back at Bette Midler and say, hey, Bette Midler, I know it's past your bedtime, but if you're still up and reading this, send nudes. Hashtag just kidding. I think
Wow.
Kanye jacked her phone.
You think Kanye jacked her phone?
Yeah.
Well, he's out of debt.
Yay!
Yeah, he said what he was at 51 million. She put 53 in the joint account.
Now we're good.
We're good, right?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, Cuba Gooding was in the news too.
Yes, he was, man. And he's doing so well. The People versus O.J. Simpson. I love it. I've been checking in every single week. So, he's got some things to celebrate. So he was in Miami. He was boozing. He was cozying up to women, except those women said that he looked a freaking mess. At some point, he jumped on stage. He ripped off his freaking shirt like a gorilla. He was lifting up women, then dropping them because he couldn't handle their weight.
Yeah.
At one point, he took somebody's cell phone. He was trying to stuff it down his throat.
Yeah, I partied with Kevin Gooding Jr. Cuba Gooding Jr. Before in Santa Monica, and when he came on the show a couple of weeks ago, I started to bring it up, but but it would have been foul because I didn't want to out it. But and sometimes you're out with celebrities and you see them going off the deep end. You've ever experienced that, Kev?
All the time.
Yeah.
But I go into protect mode.
Okay.
Because again, it's you guys. What you do is so precious, and because everyone just wants to attack and take you guys down.
Yeah.
So that my first thing in my brain is where's the best friend? Where is the champion?
Yeah.
Where's that person who goes, come on, let's go, grab him by the elbow. Let's take up to the hotel room. We'll bring a couple girls up there. You can keep the party going, but everything's closed off.
Yeah. What's the wildest thing? You don't have to name the celebrity, but you've seen someone do like at a party at a club.
You know what? I'd say, remember, I don't go out a lot
Okay.
because Maria's out there doing it a lot. It's probably just been more Maria. Because once or twice a year, she just wants to go crazy, and she'll drink and drink and drink and drink, and it's difficult because she gets super sloppy.
Yeah, if I ever see her out like that and she's super sloppy, I'll get her home, Kev.
Thank you so much, Sway. No, I know you will. I know you.
Keven Undergaro, man. Hey, man, thank you for coming by, man, and thank you for the
I love you
information.
guys.
Thank you for the game and the tomorrow shows airing through Thursday. So make sure you go online and make sure you find it, right?
Yes, that's the one last thing. Forget the Tomorrow Show. I know you guys probably beat the whole Oscar thing to death.
Yeah.
Right? But the one thing that I feel like no one said is that the Oscars, they didn't just fuck up that they didn't pick black people.
Yeah.
They just fucked up, period. Meaning the people that were not selected, the people who were selected should not have been. And there was the talented performances that those people turned in.
Yeah.
I don't care what color they were.
Yeah.
It was just better.
Yeah.
When you think of Beast Nation and you think of you think of Compton, and you think just those performances were better.
Yeah.
And when you think of like The Martian and who starred in The Martian? That
was
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon, and Matt's a great actor,
Yeah.
but 20, 30 years from now, you're not going to remember that role. It was just an in and out kind of thing, and it's like I think that was the biggest faux pas was the most talented people did not get selected. Now, I don't mean that any of those people could have won personally.
Yeah.
I think Beast of No Nation, I think even the kid in Beast of No Nation should have been there.
Yeah.
But that to me is what I found so frustrating, and nobody said. It was just you just fucked up, period.
Well,
you didn't pick the right people.
They got it wrong, and I'm still upset about Michael B. Jordan not getting the proper acknowledgement.
100%.
Like
I said, so Michael B. Jordan over Matt Damon in The Martian.
Yeah.
Who 20 years from now you will remember Creed.
Michael
You will
B.
not remember Martian.
Yeah.
And by the way, the best barometer that you can, if they should tell the voters, because we did this we've been doing test shows. We went back to 2008, and we saw Shakespeare in Love won, and it beat The Thin Red Line, Saving Private Ryan, all these unbelievable films that 20 years from now we remember. Nobody remembers
Shakespeare in Love. Yeah.
And so you really have to ask yourself, what is really a classic performance that someone's going to remember? You will remember Orlando B. Jordan. You'll also remember Stallone. You won't, the guy, no disrespect to the guy from Bridge of Spies. You're not going to remember him in 20 years.
Michael B. Jordan's performance helped Stallone get that recognition.
100%.
You know,
100%.
I agree with you.
You know, so anyway, that's why that was always very upsetting to me. No one said it.
Kevin, thank you for coming by. What's your social media? You guys keep talking to Kevin. Go ahead. How can I reach you?
At Undergaro. That's me.
Undergaro, Undergaro.
Oh, and I invested in BlackHollywoodLive.com. It's a urban news site, digital broadcast network out in L.A. Dario Kristen runs it. He's amazing. So if you guys would check that out too, thank you.
Okay, there it is, man. Up next, we got Sacha Baron Cohen. He's going to join us. He's going to be here right after the mix. And then 2 Chainz got a new project. He's going to come talk to us about that as well right about now. Tracy, how can I reach you?
Yo, Twitter, Instagram, find me there at It's Tracy GITS Terry ACYG.
DJ
Wonder.
It's Sway in the morning, only
On Shea 45.